That's when she left last week. And this is where she came in today.
And what is it?
So the change is, these are the brain waves, okay? From delta to gamma, delta being the lowest frequency, 0 to 4 hertz, okay? And the frequency spectrum of brain activity in either disease state, over fatigue, or stress is high delta, low gamma, beta. Your higher frequencies are suppressed. Your brain's like zombie brain. It's just like, you know how people say they have brain fog? They're in delta, which is pre-sleep. They're walking around conscious, but they're in pre-sleep. Just go to the mall sometime. You'll pick them out. And just remember that half of them drove there. Okay. So today, then, when she came in,
And what do you use to measure this?
pulse, PPG.
Okay.
It's pulse diagnosis. So what we were seeing then is higher alpha and beta bandwidths coming in, and about half as much delta. So literally, and I didn't know she did. You know, she's at a 7. We really didn't talk. I didn't talk to her before I did this exam. Before we looked at this exam, I didn't know that she'd had some reduction in the inflammation.
Yeah.
So to heal, she needs to live here. For it to stop, just having pain and inflammation in the brain, it needs to be at a higher frequency state, a higher energy state. So she needs to be staying in the alpha and beta, longer periods of time for the inflammation to keep reducing, and for the delta state to move down. But by the same token, her whole GI system wasn't near as palpably inflamed as it was last Thursday either. So that was a good thing.
And do you think that has to do with
I think
her
it's
appointments and diet combination?
It's both.
Or
It's both. And what I didn't realize, what you see is this is a sympathetic amount of component. This is the central nervous system. This is the parasympathetic, the green. So her relaxing component of her nervous system went from 7% to 19%. And her central nervous system, which is like a rheostat, okay? The central nervous system can either be sympathetic or parasympathetic, depending on what it needs to do.
right.
Okay? Well, this is obligatory inflammation driven by epinephrine adrenaline. This is a fight-flight state.
So you're saying she was more in that?
Oh, totally. So she's out of that by half and has had an upregulation of the parasympathetic system. That's where you rest and digest. That's where you heal. When you're in parasympathetic, your nervous system is intact. You don't digest well. Think about being really nervous. Do you ever get nervous for anything? Or like before a speaking engagement or something? I mean, to this day, and I've spoken all over the world to small and large groups since I was in 10th grade in high school. Even before that, I did public speaking. I never eat before I have a lecture. If I have an hour lecture, I won't eat all morning. Okay? I still get butterflies. I don't look it when I'm doing it. I get a grip on it, but you get keyed up. Okay, that's a fight-flight response. All right, and you don't digest well in that state. Like, you should never eat when you're angry. If you just have a fight with somebody, don't sit down and eat anything for hours till your system settles down.
Right, and you're saying she's in that
She
state.
was in fight-flight. Now she's not so much in fight-flight. Okay. But she also doesn't have a ton of energy at this point. So what we're doing with the therapy is pumping energy back into her system, because she's been in fight flight, probably, how long is it?
I
3
mean,
months.
Months?
even before the headache, I don't
3
think she was
years
well.
with the, from when the GI symptoms started.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then the headaches came and went.
Right.
Then they came and stayed.
Yes.
Okay, so that was what, a 3-year period.
Mhm.
So for the majority of that time, she's been in some sort of inflammatory fight-flight response.
Mhm.
You know, now we have to reverse that. So what's going to start to happen, and then this is the hard part, especially with headaches. She's gone to a place where she started to just, this is life. You know, I'm tolerating this. When they go away, and you'll see this with you'll hear this from your clients where they have head, neck, and face pain, and whatever you do remediates it. But then during the healing process, it'll come back for a little bit.
Right.
Well, their tolerance for it is like, it really freaks you out because they're like, wow, I'm out of jail. And they're like, no, come here, you got to spend a night in jail. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, no, what am I, and that's what happens. The headaches will decrease in intensity, duration, and frequency.
Mhm.
Okay. Or any of those 3 things. So they will come as frequently but not be as intense and not last as long.
Mhm.
Or they'll be just as intense but they won't come as often and they won't last as long. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Okay.
They don't just like go away. Part of the healing process is I come out of stress.